Welcome to the online class, my dear students. Today I am going to start next unit, that is Unit B, which is concerned to object oriented programming using C++. Means in the last session we discussed the first unit topics, that is Boolean algebra as well as logic gates. In that unit A, two chapters are still remain. I am going to explain afterwards. Today we are going to discuss new unit, that is Unit B, object oriented that is OOP, object oriented programming. This unit to complete this unit, according to PU board, we required 45 hours, and from this unit B, we are going to get 39 marks for the annual examination. So in this unit, what we are going to discuss means, what we are going to learn means, in the first year we started C programming. For the second year also C programming is going to be continued, but the difference is for this year we are going to learn C++ with OOP concept, that is object oriented programming concepts. Compared to C programming, the difference between C and C++ is mainly C program is procedure oriented. There we have concepts like fundamentals of C programming, some statements like while loop, for loop, do while loop, switch statement, if statement. Whatever the concepts are there in C programming, those concepts also there in C++. Already those concepts we discussed in the last year, that is first year. So for this year, second year, we are going to we are going to learn some concepts which are not there in C programming. That is, in C++ we have the topics which are there in C, as well as we have some special topic, we can say some other topics like class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, which are considered as basic concepts of OOP. So now I am going to start a chapter called, this is chapter number 6, and the name of the chapter is Object Oriented Programming in C++. That is object oriented programming in C++. From this chapter number 6, we are going to get 4 marks for the annual examination. So today in this chapter we are going to discuss topics called C++, OOP, basic concepts of OOP, and one more thing main, that is differences between procedural programming and object oriented programming, right? So let us see one by one. This is the chapter number 6, that is first chapter of unit B. First chapter of unit B. The chapter name is object oriented programming in C++. So we already know what is the mean by C++. Let us see once again. We started C++ in first year. So let us see once again what is the C++. It is one of the computer's high level programming language which emphasize means it is one of the computer's high level programming language which has features of OOP. So this C++ language is developed by a person called Viggen Strostrup in 1980s at Bell Laboratory, USA. Means C++ is just like one of the computer's high level programming language like C, Java, but the difference is C language is procedure oriented, but this C++ is object oriented. Means this C++ language is developed using the concepts of OOP, right? Now let us see what is mean by OOP. OOP stands for object oriented programming. This OOP stands for object oriented programming. In the exam he may ask, OOP stands for object oriented programming. What is this actually? OOP means it stands for object oriented programming, right? Actually what is OOP? It is one of the method, or else we can say it is one of the technique to develop computer programming languages. What is OOP? It is one of the technique, or it is one of the method used to develop computer programming languages. For example, C++, Java, these are the computer's high level programming languages are developed on the basis of this OOP technique or this OOP method. So what we can say, OOP stands for object oriented programming. This OOP means object oriented programming is one of the method or technique used to develop computers high level programming languages. C++, Java, these are the computers high level languages are developed on the basis of OOP technique, right? So next the topic is and this OOP, this object oriented programming technique contain some basic concepts like object, class, polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation, reusability of code. So what are these basic concepts of OOP, basic concepts of object oriented programming? So object, class, polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation, reusability of code, these are the basic concepts of OOP. So means in the last year we discussed C++ programming, but there we studied concepts like tokens of C++, different statements of C++ like conditional statement, looping statement such as for loop, while loop, do while loop, some switching statement like that, structure concept, arrays, in array, one dimensional array, two dimensional array. So whatever the topic we discussed in the last year in C++, the same topics are also there in C programming languages. But this year what we are going to discuss in C++ means, in this year we are going to discuss some basic concepts of hoops like object, class, polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation, reusability of code. These topics are not there in C. That is, these topics are the basic topics of OOP, object oriented programming. This C++ is one of the computers programming language. This language is developed on the basis of OOP techniques. That's why this C++ contains these basic concepts of OOP. These concepts are not there in C programming, because C programming is procedure oriented. C++ is data oriented, and this C++ programming language is developed on OOP technique or OOP method. That's why this C++ has basic concepts of OOP, that is object, class, polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation, reusability of code. So for the knowledge of last year, just we can identify only this thing, that is a class. What is a class? Related to first year, what we studied, class is nothing but it is one of the user defined data type, right? In the discussion of classification of data type, we studied or we heard the word called class. What is a class? It is one of the user defined data type, right? So in this year we are going to study in detail about object, class, polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation and reusability of code. After learning these concepts, of course we have to write programs using these topics. Okay, before going to discuss in detail about these topics, let us see this fourth point, that is differences between PP, that is differences between procedural programming and object oriented programming. Procedural programming is also one of the method. Object oriented programming is also one of the method used to develop computers programming languages. So what are the difference between these two? Let us see one by one. Procedural programming, object oriented programming, right? This is a very important for the annual examination. We are going to get a question on this 5 marks. In the examination, he is going to ask question, list the differences between procedural programming and object oriented programming. Okay, then we have to list at least 5 differences between these two things. What is mean by procedural programming as well as object oriented programming means these are nothing but these are the techniques or methods used to develop programming languages. Especially these are used to develop high level programming languages, right? The main difference is that C programming is developed using procedural programming technique or procedural programming method. C++ programming is developed using OOP technique, that is object oriented programming. So let us see differences one by one. We can say that this procedural programming technique is this procedural programming is emphasized on procedure or algorithm, whereas object oriented programming is emphasized on data. It emphasizes on data. It means procedural programming emphasize on procedure or algorithm. It means a procedural programming give more preference to procedure. Okay, it gives more preference to procedure, whereas object oriented programming technique emphasize on data means it gives more preference to data. This is the first difference. And second, we can say that In procedural programming, large program is divided into functions, right? Large program is divided into large programs are divided into functions, whereas in object oriented programming, programs are divided into what are known as object, right? In procedural programming, large program is divided into functions, means just a simple task is there, means we are going to write only one program within the main function. Suppose task or problem is more complicated, means we are going with the help of, we are going to write some functions in program, means without we are going to write programs in such a way that program contains main function as well as user defined functions. Suppose program is very large, means we are going to divide it with some functions. Whereas in object oriented programming, what is happening? Program is divided into what are known as objects. What are known as object? That is, in OOP, programs are divided into what are known as objects. Means, as I said earlier, this OOP use basic concepts like class, object, like that. In object oriented programming, if a task is very big, means we are going to take the help of object, or else we can say that that program is working with objects, number of objects, like that. The next difference, third one is data move openly around the system from function to function. In procedural programming, what is happening? Data move function to function, right? In procedural programming, that program contains some data, means that data is moving from function to function freely, means there is no any restrictions of moving data. Whereas in object oriented programming, what is happening? Data moving is not free as compared to procedural programming, because that data is going to be hidden in the class. That is, in object oriented programming, data and functions are tied together in data structure. That is, third point, data move freely from one function to another function in procedural programming. Whereas object oriented programming, data is not move as compared to procedural programming. Data and functions are together tied together in some data structure. Okay, actually these points are going to be cleared after learning or after knowing the points or discussing what exactly class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, then it is going to be understand clearly. Let us just know what means. In procedural programming, data is moving freely from function to function, whereas in object oriented programming, data and functions are tied together in some data structure. That's why data movement is not freely as compared to procedural programming. And the next point is functions transfer data from one function to another function. That is fourth point. Functions transform data. Functions transform data from one function to another function. From one function to another function. That is fourth point says data functions transform data from one function to another function, whereas in object oriented programming data is hidden and cannot be accessed by external function. Whereas in object oriented programming, what happens? What happens in object oriented programming? Data is hidden and can not be accessed external function. That is, in object oriented programming what happens, whereas in procedural programming function is able to transform data from one function to another function to another function, like that. Whereas in object oriented programming data is hidden and cannot be accessed by external function. Means suppose in a function we declared a data, means that data is accessible within that function only, because the topics comes in the next class, that is private, public, protected. Suppose that data is written in a private, means private section, means that data is accessible within that function only, it cannot be accessed outside the function. So like that, data is hidden and cannot be accessed external data. And the next point, fifth point, we can say that new data and functions cannot be easily added whenever necessary. So in procedural programming, suppose what? New functions and data cannot be added easily. New data and new function and data cannot be added easily whenever necessary. Means while writing program we have to before think what data is required, what functions we are going to use, like that. In procedural programming, new function and data cannot be added easily whenever necessary. Whereas in object oriented programming, we can add new data and functions easily. We can add new data and functions easily whenever necessary. Okay, like that. Now sixth point, let us say sixth point. This procedural programming follows top down approach. This procedural programming follows top down approach, whereas object oriented programming follows bottom up approach. We discussed it in the last year, right? Top down approach, bottom up approach. So here what we are going to learn, procedural programming follows top down approach, whereas object oriented programming follows bottom up approach. And one more point, seventh point, we can say that C programming is an example for procedural programming technique. C programming is an example for procedural programming technique. It means C programming is developed on the basis of procedural programming technique, whereas C++, Java, these are also high level programming languages. These are the examples for object oriented programming. It means C++, Java, these are the computers high level programming languages. These languages are developed on the basis of object oriented programming technique. That's why what seventh point says, C programming is an example for procedural programming, whereas C++, Java are the examples for object oriented programming. I am going to tell once again what it means. C programming, C is also high level programming, C++, Java are also high level programming, but the difference is C computers programming language is developed on the basis of procedural programming technique, whereas C++, Java, these are also high level programming languages, but these programming languages are developed on the basis of object oriented programming technique. So this is very important for the exam point of view. He is going to ask, list the differences between procedural programming as well as object oriented programming. So we have to list 5 differences. So here I listed 7 differences. In the exam point of view, it is a very important question. He is asked questions, list the differences between procedural programming as well as object oriented programming. Okay, so these are the topics what we discussed in this session. We discussed what is the C++, who derived or who developed C++, that is Bjorn Strostrup in 1980, Bell Laboratory, USA, and afterwards we listed basic concepts of OOP, that is object, class, polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation, reusability of code, and afterwards we discussed differences between procedural programming technique as well as object oriented programming technique. Okay, so in the next session or in the next class we are going to discuss in detail about object oriented programming concepts like what is mean by class, what is mean by object, what is mean by encapsulation, polymorphism, inherency, what is mean by reusability of code. Like that, we are going to discuss in detail about object oriented programming concepts in the next session. Thank you.